Welcome to Tuesday. It's the 25th day of February 2022. This Day Weather Podcast brought to you by Chugwater Chili, the gourmet spice of Western life. Check out Chugwater Chili Seasoning. They've got the original. For you folks that want some heat, get the hot version. It's an award-winning chili that's a great way to spice up chili, tacos, and much more. Use checkout code ChugwaterDon and get 20% off at chugwaterchili.com. Typical January weather is a good way to describe what's going on. It's very much about where we should be this time of year with these cold, quick-moving systems coming out of Western Canada and through the region. Most of the snow today that's going to be falling will be over Colorado, western Kansas, southwest Nebraska, then down into northern New Mexico and the Panhandles. This system going to bring a decent amount of snow to some really dry areas of western Kansas and eastern Colorado. So good news there, finally a little bit of moisture. We'll have a quiet day tomorrow. A cold system will come in Wednesday night and Thursday, reinforcing the cold air, bringing some flurries or light snow showers, but this next system is not nearly as moist. So we're just talking about a little bit of light snow Wednesday night and Thursday. Another good weekend is coming up. You know, we're getting lucky. The way the timing of weather systems is going, we have the unsettled weather during the week, but the weather gets nice during the weekend, and we're going to be able to do that here for at least another weekend. We're still expecting those February changes. We'll talk about that and show you that right as we get into February, the weather is going to get more active in the western United States. Today's satellite imagery shows the Clipper system right here. It's headed southeast rather quickly. The next system is up here, headed southeast, and will be in here tomorrow night and Thursday. But this system up here does not have the Pacific connection that this current one is. It's not going to be very moist. So the snowfall Wednesday night and Thursday will be light. Here's the upper level low today. The Clipper system heading southeast. Northwest winds aloft will keep in the colder air. Hear that little dimple right there? That is the next wave that's coming on down. The polar vortex keeping the really cold air over Hudson Bay. And you may have been hearing on the news about how the severe cold, far below zero temperatures in those areas there. That real bitter cold Arctic air staying just to our east. This is the precipitation forecast through noon tomorrow. See the swath of heavier moisture right here? Good news for those folks. There could be 8, 9, 10 inches of snow under that band. And you can see a little bit of snow along the Colorado Front Range. That snow hole for Colorado Springs. But then northeast New Mexico, southern Colorado, the Panhandle is even getting a little bit of moisture. This is what the snowfall forecast looks like for the rest of the system. As we go into tomorrow and tomorrow night, here's that next little wave. That little low is going to come in and head southeast. Instead of it going back into Utah, it's going to track a little bit more this way. That's another reason why it's not going to be as productive. But winds aloft coming in from the northwest will keep our temperatures chilly again for Thursday. So January cold, a good way to describe it. The next little wave, this is the snowfall forecast for Thursday night and Friday. So you can see the precipitation isn't nearly as extensive or as heavy, but there is going to be a little bit of light snow Wednesday night, Thursday morning along I-80, along I-25, and then into the mountains of Colorado. As we get into the weekend, though, we have a high-pressure system coming in, and this is what's going to bring in some milder temperatures and fair weather for the weekend. Look at this deep low along the eastern seaboard. This storm has the potential to become a major snow producer in the big metro areas of Boston, New York, maybe Philadelphia, then up into New England. The last big storm was more inland. This one could be more coastal. And look at the trajectory of the air coming all the way into the deep southeastern United States by this weekend. And here it is. If you have any travel plans that will take you through an airport this weekend or early next week in this part of the country, beware. There could be a significant snow event. And the cold, look at the snow forecast off the coast of the Carolinas. That just shows you how cold that air is coming in from the northwest. Now, some of you, this is the time of year I usually hear a lot of people say, I'm moving, I'm going away, I'm going somewhere warm. Well, maybe you want to go to Florida this weekend to escape the winter weather. Bad news. These are the forecasted low temperatures in Florida Sunday morning, and honestly, this could be conservative. Anybody going to Disney? Well, look at those temperatures, upper 20s and lower 30s in central Florida by Sunday morning. Look at these lower 20s all the way to the Gulf Coast of the Panhandle in the Georgia and into the Carolinas. So this is going to be quite the winter pattern this weekend along the eastern seaboard, while our weather here is good. So one of those rare weekends where you could say the weather's better here than there. As we look into early February, this is right around Monday night and Tuesday of next week. We have a trough digging into the Rockies, another one behind it, and high pressure wanting to grow and expand in the eastern Pacific. Notice the brighter colors here along the east coast. Well, what's happening is the cold polar vortex is going to retrograde a little bit to the north and west. Southwest winds will warm up the east, but northwest winds will make it colder in the west. And that's going to transition by late next week and next weekend to a bigger high pressure ridge. Look at the jet stream. When the ridge builds there, we go into the fridge in the west. So what will happen is the colder weather pattern that has been dominant in the east and the central will be more western focused as we reach the month of February. The devil's in the details, but the general trend will be colder and more snowy in the west beginning next week. Have yourself a good Tuesday. Stay warm. We'll see you on Wednesday.